Hi guys. Have a great, wonderful day. I don't know if it's a good morning to y'all, good evening, or good afternoon, no matter where you are in the world. Oh, I'm out of the house paying my taxes at the city hall. Just now found out they had a voting on Tuesday. I missed it. They don't advertise voting time enough in Galveston, at least. I'm gonna have to look at my little voting app more often so I can make sure I don't miss any more while I'm in town. Anyway, I was looking at this statue around here. It's a Civil War statue because this is the South, y'all. So people find it hard to take things down. People that was in power, as they say, back in the day, they put that statue up after slavery was already over, and still had nerve to have a plaque on it. But after all of the rigmarole in the United States where they was taking down statues, they at least took the plaque away from it and they substituted other markers instead. This one is talking about one of the first black representatives after slavery. And then this one is talking about a Reverend Monsignor James Martin Kerwin, a native of Circleville, Ohio, a young Catholic priest. James Martin Kerwin arrived in Galveston in 1896. He was soon appointed vicar by the Diocese of Bishops. So anyhow, you'll be able to read it. It's there. And then Rabbi Cohen. So I guess they was trying to make it equal, as they say, African American, a Catholic, a rabbi. Sometimes these people are funny. How did they figure out who they was gonna give the plaques to? I don't know. But still, they're in a circle. I'm just showing you just a few of them. This is the George Thompson Ruger, the African American. But anyway, just enough for you to read it. And then they just have a nice park out here where you can sit down and relax after paying your taxes. That's another marker, and that's another marker. The flags, the United States flag and the Texas flag. Even have another marker further out in the park. It's there. And then Rabbi Cohen. So I guess they was trying to make it equal, as they say, African American, a Catholic, a rabbi. Sometimes these people are funny. How did they figure out who they was gonna give the plaques to? I don't know. But still, they're in a circle. I'm just showing you just a few of them. This is the George Thompson Ruger, the African American. But anyway, just enough for you to read it. And then they just have a nice park out here where you can sit down and relax after paying your taxes. That's another marker, and that's another marker. The flags, the United States flag and the Texas flag. Even have another marker further out in the park. It's enough for you to read it. And then they just have a nice park out here where you can sit down and relax after paying your taxes. That's another marker, and that's another marker. The flags, the United States flag and the Texas flag. Even have another marker further out in the park. I guess you can say Galveston is a conservative place because things slowly are erased. But you know, sometimes it's good to leave it be there so people can see that it wasn't just a fairy tale, that people actually made heroes out of people that could be considered treasonous. Sometimes people do things thinking they're doing the right thing, like fighting a civil war to keep African people enslaved, or making Texas so-called free from Mexico just so they could keep their enslaved Africans. You know, man's inhumanity to man, a worldwide phenomenon. If it's not a race, people gonna do it because of some tribal differences or people group differences. You speak different languages. Even when people used to do all this colonization, whenever they would take over a people, they would get rid of their gods, get rid of their cultures, get rid of their languages, thinking that they was, quote, civilizing them. But it was at the point of a sword or point of a gun. Like, what kind of gods did they make the people that they took over worship? Seems like the gods of war, if you ask me. If you have to force somebody to so-called believe in what you believe in, or was it just an excuse to take over people's lands and force them to assimilate? And you know, no one can 100% assimilate into anybody else, because you cannot be anybody but yourself. Can you imagine whether I change my religious belief, my language, where I don't even know any mother tongues anymore from Africa? You know, it's been generations since my relatives have known any other languages. Even the Creole that they learned in Louisiana, it was a foreign language. I'm telling you, it's just unbelievable how men treat each other. That you could just see somebody else as not as human as you. Y'all, I think about that a lot. And I pray about it a lot. I want world peace. Will it happen? I don't know. Because with capitalism, people actually make money off of the suffering of others. If it's not enslaving people, it's taking over their lands and exterminating them. As they say, exterminate the brutes. Because people think of the other, which is anybody that's not them, as the brutes. And the one that have the biggest and baddest whatever wins. Technology changed this a bit, balanced the scale somewhat. It's whoever has the most technological knowledge and capabilities, because they have the resources to create what they think about. to do protective means for the people. But anyways, I just want to let y'all know I'm still for peace. I'm praying that in my lifetime at least, it won't be outlawed to advocate for peace. Because I see after a while they trying to make laws to make it punishable to use your freedom of speech to protest stuff that's bad for the environment, because it's bad for people. It's bad for the animals. When you have to survive, it's not just about today, tomorrow for the next generation. We should leave this world for them and not just destroy it as a commodity. But anyways, just checking in with y'all, letting y'all know I'm doing fine. Hoping that all of you are also fine. As they say, how you doing? I wish all of you well. And until next time, peace, peace. Power to the people. Don't forget to pay your taxes. Bye.